YouTube. Vintagey. This is a Grant, which I've had. I've got a Grant Les Paul. This would be an SG with my new super curly lead, which I'm not 100% sure about the curly leads. It makes a noise when you move it. I think I might have to take that back. I just bought it in Guitar yesterday because it looked cool, but I can actually... Yeah, okay, so that's by the by. This is a early 70s, I would reckon. The made in Japan SG copy. No, really, that lead's going back. So there, as a review of the Fender coil cords lead, which I thought, wow, a telephone lead, it wasn't expensive, it was at 12 or 13 quid. Notice I've kept the box because I was kind of a wee bit sceptical about telephone leads. Like, if they were that good, why don't everyone use them? And it's like, oh, I've just turned the amp off. Right, so anyway, onto the Grant. This, very vintagey. It's got a Bigsby on it. Well, not a Bigsby, it's got a Japanese Bigsby on it. Vodka and tonic controls. Look at the checking on it. Got a bound neck. Perloid inlays. Gibson shaped headstock. Original tuners, which all work fine. It's a bolt-on neck, like all of these were. It's a very sweated on bolt-on neck. Look how rusty you can see it says made in Japan on it. But whoever it was obviously whoever owned this obviously had some serious high sweat, high fret action going on there. Make it that rusty. But it's just obviously that's not going to affect the way it plays at all. Structure, it's just a metal plate after all. What's that? Yeah, so it's got the original bridge as well with the plastic saddles on it in Japan. So I got it, I bought this actually with my pal Wayne, who actually has got a Facebook page called Grant Guitars Made in Scotland, so check that out, it'll be on that as well. It was him, he pointed me in this direction. I bought it with the pickups not working, or just an electrical fault. I thought, I'll fix that. Well, I couldn't because the pickups were goosed. That's them here. They're the original Japanese. I think these. I've not actually taken them to bits, but the other Grant I had, which had I replaced the pickups in it because the pickups were sort of covered in gold stuff. They still worked, but these ones they were just dead on the multimeter, so broken. But I did replace it with identical ones, which I can't remember where I got them from. I think I got them off my pal Jim years ago. They were in my EBO, but my 6-string Avon Japanese, but they are the identical pickups. They've got the same kind of tuners on it. If I do, I'm probably just going to sell this. I'll stick the original pickups in it as well, and you can see just how identical they actually are. So I think they're single coils as opposed to being humbuckers, even though they look like humbuckers. It is possible, obviously, it's quite easy just to flip other pickups in it. I did that with the Les Paul. I put modern humbuckers in it and stuff, and make it sound a bit more like a Gibson. Because obviously with single coils, but then saying that, you do get single coil, you get P90 SGs, so maybe that would do. But it's quite a looker. I was in Guitar yesterday with my pal Aaron, and he was totally gobsmacked by a Gibson 59 something Les Paul. Like it was, I don't know, I think it was about 2013 or something, but it was like a relict one that was meant to look like it was from 1959. And it was like, look at all the the checking and the finish that had all been done by hand and all the bashes. This has got all that on it, naturally done from being 40 years old. It's like slightly. There's a. I mean, it's not mint. It doesn't. Obviously, this doesn't stack up to a 60s Gibson SG. It looks like one, and it's the same age. It's got all the mojo and stuff. But it's not really. It's not of the same on the same par. This one actually, see the binding around the edge of the neck. You'll not see it here. The binding shrunk over the years, so there's a wee bit of a rough edge when you go into the a wee bit of a rough edge there, all the way down either sides of the binding. I think just because it's so old. It doesn't affect you. It's just once you notice it. You know, I've got to mention these things. The electrics, I didn't really do into the electrics. It's got a Gibson's type switch in it, which I thought was quite cool. You know, the sort of leaf one for this. My pal Andy wants that switch tip. I'm going to leave it on this guitar because it's original. I suppose it makes some noise with it. See, it sounds a bit more like a sort of 60s guitar, you know, like a sort of one of your, I don't know. That's the bridge pickup, it's the neck pickup. Controls are working fully. Actually, the sound with both pickups on is pretty good. It's kind of very, very, very vintage sounding. I'm just putting strings on. I'm not absolutely whacking this just now because the strings are just new. And I'll just go out of tune. It's got a very the neck profile on it is actually, I would say, very similar to the 59 Les Paul, which was £5,000. I was playing yesterday. They've obviously just copied it pretty much directly. It's quite big, but it's cool. It works for this guitar. I was thinking when I did up the Les Paul, in fact, I'll probably just get it out. The Les Paul, that is. I was thinking, I don't know if it was really the right thing to do to put other pickup, to upgrade it. It's joined on with stuff. There we go. It's just a wee bit dusty. So that's my Grant Les Paul. Same headstock on it, I think. Oh no, it's got a diamond inlay. There you go, my Grant collection. I'm not sure whether it really wanted to have the you know, sort of metal pickups in it. It's like, I think it should probably have actually left that original. But in saying that, the parts on that one were pure knackered. They were all rusty and didn't really work. So that is that. Don't buy a coiled lead. What a rubbish thing, really. That's pathetic. It's a shame. I was really enjoying that as well. That's not the guitar doing that, that's the lead. Yeah. So we're going into Guitar over the weekend, getting my £13 back. That's just what use could that be? Imagine you were playing a gig and it was like you just did that, going through, you know, like when you're up full bung. This is a point of note about these guitars. See, when I was playing it, when I first put these pickups in, it's like da da da, and there was no I thought the EAD G string was broken, or there was just honestly you couldn't hear it. It's just like there was, so I was like, what the hell's wrong there? And I was wondering, see, I raised up the pole piece of, you can see actually there how much I raised up the pole piece of the pickup. I was like, and it's totally sorted it. It's now even. It's totally fine. It's there. I just thought that was crazy. I think my theory, this is a total theory. It might be right. I know you used to back in the day, guitars never used the electric guitars. The G string was wound. So I wonder if you used a wound G string, would it be much louder than the other strings? So what they've done is they've made that, you know, there's something in the pickup where they've made it quieter so that you can't thing me. But it's sorted now because I've raised the pulls, and actually what I thought was incredibly funny after that was I looked at the pickups that I took out of the guitar, and it's like, oh look, that pulls up. So I think it's, these pickups are obviously exactly the same as the ones I put in it. That, I'm so disappointed with that lead. Anyway, so here, and the Bigsby just seems to put it out of tune. Oh no, it's doing it. You just have to pull the Bigsby, the arm back to where it was to keep it. I wonder if that's the same with all Bigsbys. I've never actually had a Bigsby that works. So like on a Strat, you can bend it, or a Floyd Rose, you bend it and let go, and it resets to where it should be. Whereas this just goes where you put it. It goes up as well. I think Bigsby's are more for the look anyway, because this does look like him. So my advice would be if you want to look at that one of your Relic 59 Gibson Custom Shop, which you wouldn't be able to gig because it'd be too expensive in case you damaged it, or scratched it, or anything like that. So what you do is you buy one of these, and you can play it. It's lovely. But if you actually want a real guitar, you buy a Gibson SG for, I don't know, 600-700 quid. Buy this for less than that, and then you've got one that looks like your £5,000 one, and then you've got one that sounds like it. What a deal. So the only reason I'm not keeping this is because I've got a Gibson SG. It doesn't look as cool as this one, so I could maybe look at this one and play the other one. Yeah, so a bit of vintage history.